I'm Deputy Ryan O'Gara, and this is my canine partner, Canine Benji. We're going to be reading Chapter 14, Suspension. The next day at Metalcraft, end of semester, homework assignments came trickling in. Professor Burdock had all the students' projects on display on the front table. Hyacinth brought in a trivet made from old machinery parts. Fairly well made, but definitely nothing to be excited about. It lacks imagination, Burdock said. Functional, but not inspired. Lily brought in a picture frame. Everyone giggled when she played it on a display table, for it held a drawing that she had made of herself. The frame of twisted clothes hangers that had been heated and melted into a pattern looked like woven metal. Delightful, Burdock cooed. Lightweight, interesting designs. Nice job, Lily. Lily reddened and looked embarrassed, suddenly wishing she had chosen another picture to put in it. Basil's project was a copper and brass water dipper made from an old perfume bottle cap. It had an elaborate handle that ended with a flourish wrapped around a decorative coin. Very nice, Basil. Very nice, said Burdock. Commendable workmanship. Several other students showed their creations: a door handle, a wall lighting sconce, a matching spoon, fork, and knife set. All very nicely made, but nothing spectacular. Twig was last. He had designed a fireplace poker with filigree design, work of ferns and acorns. He laid the poker on the display table. Burdock's eyebrows arched in a smile. The poker, although simple in that it was just a length of wrought iron, was almost a work of art. It was just the right length and weight. The handle was smooth to hold in a comfortable grip. The poker had all the marks of a well-crafted utilitarian object, but in addition, a beautiful design of oak leaves and acorns wound up in the length of the handle, delicate and detailed. Twig had used very thin silver wire for the intricate decoration. The silver leaves, accented with copper acorns, at the end of the handle was a large ball bearing held firmly in place, shiny and perfect. A brass T was inlaid in the ball. Burdock looked at Twig. Excellent work, he said. You should be very proud of yourself. Not only is the craftsmanship excellent, but the design and artistry are as well. Lily beamed. Basil glowered in disgust. Twig does something right for a change, he whispered to Finch, and suddenly everybody is saying how great he is. You're just jealous, Finch whispered back. I'm not jealous, Basil grumbled. I'm just weird, that's all. All of a sudden, he's good at metalcraft, and I'm going to figure out why. Professor Burdock had soldered at the front of the room. I applaud everyone for the excellent work on the assignments, he said, slowly gliding along the table. Grades for these will be posted tomorrow. He stopped and examined the front of the fire poker again, his paws feeling up and down the smooth, filigree decorations. A smile crept slowly across his face, and he gently laid the poker back on the table. Meanwhile, we begin a discussion of our last topic, unusual metals and their properties. The weasel began classroom lecture, slowly circling his desk, until finally he stopped, opened a drawer, and withdrew from it a silver chain necklace made from straight pins. No one seemed to pay much attention, except Twig, who let out a tiny squeak. Burdock glanced at Twig and smiled a bit more, continued his lecture. As he spoke, he placed a delicate chain around his neck and then passed among students' desks, lecturing all the while. Twig squirmed in his seat. He was too nervous to pay attention to the lecture. The similarities in the craftsmanship of the necklace and the fireplace poker had not gone unnoticed by Professor Burdock. He stopped beside Twig's desk and turned toward him. Twig looked up at Master Metal Crafter. He was gazing down at Twig with an unpleasant grin. He was playing with the necklace, turning and twisting, in between his paw pads. "Well, Twig," he said, "notice anything? My necklace?" "It's very nice, Professor Burdock," Twig replied with a gulp. "I said so. I would also say that you know who made it." Twig gulped again. Burdock turned to glare at Lily. "You know who made it, too, don't you? In fact, it was you." Conniving with Twig on his take-home assignments, he looked at Twig again. "The two of you are in big, big trouble, Professor Burdock." Lily began, but Burdock wasn't listening. He leaned over Twig. "This was just the kind of behavior I would expect from you. Just like your father, using someone else to do your work and taking the credit." At the mention of his father, "Twig, you found his voice, Professor Burdock," he said. "You are correct. The necklace is mine." "Ah!" Twig's tone was defiant. "But you are wrong about Lily. She did not help me make it. And she didn't help me with any of the other projects either." "Ha! I've seen the way you two are always whispering and plotting. There is no way you could have made these things without her help." "She did not help me. She not only helped you, but she's lying to protect you from being found as a cheat." Twig felt the anger inside him reach the tip of his ears. "Saying I did something I didn't do is just as bad as lying or cheating," he said. "How dare you speak to me that way?" Burdock growled. "You are dismissed and suspended for today and tomorrow. Leave now."